launched. Good morning. Testing, testing. Are we up? Looks like we're up. Hey, I don't trust this thing a little bit these days. Okay. Snow. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Carving some snow this morning. It's four. I've repeated it 4 times. It's got to come off 4 blocks. It's got to match exactly. Fridge paper out. Fridge is out. Yes, there's only one person this morning. Only Suga-san needed her paper out today. The paper is out. Just after I got my shower, I remembered. Thank you for the reminder again. This part is not really intuitive, is it? Cutting off the registration marks. Susan is indeed going to do more test printing, but she also has another job on her bench this morning. One of the regular prints for our stock is we have an image of a dragon in clouds. We sent it to our other printer, Kanai-san, for printing the other week, and she sent them all back, but she didn't finish the print. That dragon in clouds design has metallic pigments on it. And Kanai-san, who works at home over in Nagano, has no experience at doing those metallic pigments, and she doesn't have the tools for it at home. So she finished that batch of prints without putting the metallic on it. And the prints have now come back to us. And Suga-san and Nei-chan today together are going to put that metallic impression on the Dragon in Clouds print. It's number 7 in our catalog if somebody's trying to link to it. mokohankan.com/catalog/007.php is the link. So she'll be doing that this morning. So I have a bit of leeway here. I should get this snow carving finished by noon or so. And she can then start the next test printing. Okay, cut off all the registration marks. Let's continue. Now, which blocks get this? This is the yellow block. It doesn't get snow. This is the temple roof. It does. I better check all 4 of those. Make sure I know what I'm doing here. These are people walking. No snow down that far. Now, this is another temple roof that gets snow. This is the key block. Nothing there. We told Jed to keep the snow off the key lines. Here's another temple roof that'll get snow on these trees on the right hand side. I think it is. There's 4. It must be the background block. So, and the final one is the background block. So let's do this. Let's lay it down one at a time. And the reason I cut the registration marks off on those sheets is, you know, of course, because we already have registration marks on the block, so I just need to know the location of the marks. So cutting them off carefully exactly on that line. These sheets now go in here, and we're okay. Things will line up. Oh, I didn't get a Baron. Just a minute. I gotta go get some Baron. Back in a minute. Oh, shit. Fridge is here. Fridge is here. Somewhere. Right here. Here. Now, where is the snow here? Where do I need to glue this? Hang on a sec. Okay. There's no snow on tree branches, is there? I asked Jed to keep it off. So the snow here is just on the temple roof. Question, put noti paste on brush instead of on block. Paste on brush instead of on block. I'm not quite sure what you're asking there, I'm sorry. The question about the noti paste, I don't quite understand, I don't know. What difference when you put noti paste on brush instead of block? I know sometimes when we're printing, I mean not look. Well, let me finish this first. Let me finish this. There's a question here, I think it's not related to the work we're doing right now. Sometimes I dab, so when we're printing, we sometimes dab the noti on the brush or sometimes on the block. No real difference on all. Sometimes when you put things on the block, if you dab stuff on the block high, and then you rub, and then you dab on the block, and you rub, and you dab on the block, that particular part of the block just gets a bit too saturated. So you might see the printer dabbing it here one time, dabbing it here the next time, dabbing it around the next time. And another way is to dab it on the brush, and it just spreads everywhere. So no specific real difference about that. Well, no, this wasn't a beautiful peel. Did you see what happened? The paper goes over the edges. So the paper is stuck on the block and then over the edges. And if I try to peel here, it doesn't peel at the edges. So there's no way you can do a straight peel like this as long as you leave the edges on. So whatever, just take it off, get it out of the way. That's why I split it, to take it half and half off to the edges. Okay, let's get the rest of them off here. don't even know if we have any on some of these. Just be a few dots here and there. The snow is mainly on that background block. Then we have a group here. These are the trees over on the right hand side. There's some snow dots. I think there might be one or two on the middle of the temple here. I asked Jed to keep snow away from any other critical areas. So. There's one there. Another one here. There's a couple here. 1, 2, 3. I don't think there's any up here. This is the red. A few dots here and there. Just one. One there, I think. Or a couple. Yeah, that one. Now let's have a look at how much overlap we have here. These dots don't overlap at all. That area is in the middle here, that area is in the middle here. So these dots don't overlap with each other at all. This group does. Some of these dots here will overlap. Oh no, they don't. That's still, this group is in the middle here. These also don't overlap at all. This one overlaps with these. These two dots are in the same place. They will have to be exactly the same shape. And then all of those dots overlap with the ones on this block. So let's do this first. Not have much conversation going on here, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, there is one by itself near the umbrella there. So that'll be on the red block. It must be there. Should we double check here? Yeah, the one dot by itself, it's down here. So we're covering everything. We haven't missed anything, I don't think. Oh, and there'll be, no, that's it, yeah, that'll be it. Everything else is just on this block. you talk about tracing paper, Western tracing paper is no good. It expands. When you hit the glue, it wrinkles and expands and pulls itself up. It's impossible. For the tracing and stuff, you need some kind of paper like this Gumpy. It does actually expand. You perhaps saw some of these, where was it? One of these things. Look at this. See, when I glued it down, the parts that are in the middle here that are not held tight, they do wrinkle and expand. But if you're pressing, if you glue it onto a flat block, and if you put it down quickly on the wet glue and rub it quickly, then it stays flat. Like this one. So I have no easy solution. Western papers just absorb the water and wrinkle. This is why we use Gumpy paper for these transfers. Well, I have to scrub the paper off the blocks. I don't scrub it off, it just comes off. Just once I've finished carving, lightly moisten, it comes straight off. The glue we use here is totally water soluble. It just comes straight away. All right, let's get busy. Dots, dots, dots. Jed's drawn them all pretty much as circles, but I'm not gonna stick too much to that. We need a bit more irregularity. And the problem comes on the ones that are going to have to be duplicated. So I'm going to carve this block first, then take a look at each snowflake and make sure I carve it in the same shape on the other blocks. In fact, what I should do actually is I should identify which ones are going to be the double duck ones. Let's do that. This should be, it'll help. Make sure I know which ones are going to be double. Let's do that. So everything in this zone. Everything in this zone is going to be doubled on that block. And here, 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 everything in this zone. It's going to be doubled. Oh, good. So the ones inside these penciled areas are the ones that are going to have to be duplicated on different blocks. The ones outside the pencil areas are free. They're not going to be on any other block, just this one, so I can cut whatever shape I want. Let's zoom in and get going. Is the stream twitchy here? You're saying it's a Twitch stream, I mean twitchy. What am I doing here? I'm not touching the machine, it's sitting here working. Oh, I see what happened. It's jumped. I have an Ethernet connection plugged in, but it's jumped to Wi-Fi automatically by itself, and it's using the Wi-Fi upstairs. That's crazy. Okay, tell you what I'll do. Let me close the stream for a second and I'll reopen it. I'll close it, kill the Wi-Fi, I'll leave my wired connection, and I'll open it up again. So don't panic, we're going to close the stream here for a second. I'll be back in a few moments.